Hey, this is Pastor Dave with Fellowship Baptist Church. I'm standing here in my office because we're about to kick things off by going on a little trip. Because today we're going to learn how King David showed kindness to Mephibosheth. How King David showed kindness to Mephibosheth. How King David showed kindness to Mephibosheth. How King David showed kindness to Mephibosheth.
We're just going to dub it in.
What?
We're just going to dub it in.
Okay.
How King David showed kindness to Mephibosheth.
Before we jump into our lesson, we're going to have a missions moment. We're going to join Jim White all the way on the island of Martinique, and he's going to give us a little bit of an update what's going on with his life during this quarantine. I tell you, you can tell I'm a little busy. This quarantine is killing me. It's your turn, bro. Go.
Hello everybody, this is Jim White coming from Martinique. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what we're doing here. So for the last 4 weeks, we've been under lockdown, which means that we're not allowed to leave our house except to go to the grocery store or to the pharmacy or to the doctors. And if we do go out, we need a special document from the government or the police might pull us over. And if they do, then they give you fines or they might even take you to jail. So everybody's taking it pretty seriously. They even have police helicopters flying over, making sure that everybody is staying at or in their homes and nobody's allowed to go out to the beaches or out to wander around or do anything like that. So things are pretty still here. The kids are doing good. Our oldest is 5. She's doing homeschool. Not so much loving it, wishing that she had a vacation. But the little ones are doing okay. I'm going to show you a quick video at the end of this of them playing out in the yard. We're having a good time trying to just stay sane right now. But we are thankful for God's protection. All of us have been healthy. None of us have had any issues. The supplies on the island have been fine, so we've been able to get food. There's been a couple times that we've had to wait several hours just to get into the grocery store, but we're thankful when we go in there, we're able to find things. Our son loves peanut butter and jelly, and so thankfully we've been able to find that. There's been a couple times the peanut butter's run low, but they always seem to have it. So God has been good to us. We're looking forward to when this is all done and said, we can get back into ministry and plant a church here in Martinique. So thank you so much for thinking of us and thank you for praying for us. We love you guys. Hope you have a great Sunday.
All right. Today, as you already know, we're talking about King David. We're continuing our series in the Gospel Project on the subject of King David and all the things that he went through and some of the things that we can learn from his life. Today, we're really focusing on one word. It's called kindness. And that word is special because every one of us, no matter what's going on in our life, can show kindness. And so what does that have to do with King David? Well, King David went through a lot of things in his life, but through it all, he still remembered to show kindness. So think about this. For King David, it was a big deal to kill Goliath. Everybody rallied around King David after the death of Goliath, including somebody by the name of Jonathan. Who's Jonathan? Jonathan was David's best friend. And Jonathan was special to David because Jonathan always had David's back. He was his BFF. And the thing about Jonathan is Jonathan went through some hard times because his dad was King Saul. So King Saul was, as you know, just a crazy man. And he made some crazy decisions because he was crazy jealous of King David. He was jealous of King David because King David's success, his military success. Because David not only killed Goliath, but he rallied the men behind him, and they went after the rest of the Philistines, and the people were shouting and rejoicing for King David, saying, Saul has killed his thousands, but David has killed his tens of thousands. And so the jealousy of Saul was just raging. But through it all, his best friend Jonathan stood by his side and showed kindness to David. And this was before David was actually put in the palace as the official king. And the interesting thing about this is we can learn even today, even though that was 2,000 years, over 2,000 years ago, how to show kindness to people. So I got Ellie with me. Ellie's over here, and she's my daughter, and we decided to go out and show a little kindness as we talk about this subject of kindness, right? Ellie, who do you think is the kindest person you know?
Maybe Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony?
No, scratch that.
Yeah.
Grammy, probably.
Yeah, definitely scratch Uncle Tony. He's not the kindest one. She said Grammy. All right, so Grammy is the kindest person you know?
Probably.
Would I be on that list of being the kindest person you know?
That's debatable.
That's debatable. All right, so tell us about why we are here at McDonald's.
Okay, we're gonna be getting Jack his favorite meal from McDonald's because we heard he loves McDonald's, so we're gonna go ahead
And surprise him.
and surprise him at his house with it.
So Jack is stuck at home. Obviously schools are out because unless you're hiding on a rock, we're all in quarantine. There's this social distancing, so we'll be sure to be careful when we drop off his meal. And come to find out that Jack, he's in our junior church, by the way. He's in our FBCKIDS worship, and he loves Happy Meals. So we thought, why not surprise Jack, grab him a Happy Meal. It's kind of a late lunch, and drop it off at his house. Now, Jack said, well, he don't know we're doing this, but his mom told us that he likes double fries and no fruit. So he's a healthy kid. So, and he wants Coke, right, Ellie? So I think just to kick this lesson off, we're gonna show a little friendliness to some people we know, and we're gonna start with Jack.
How we doing today?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. Take what I'm ready.
All right, I already know what I need. I need a Happy Meal with chicken nuggets.
Is that for boy or girl?
It's for a boy.
What kind of drink?
He wants Coke.
What kind of sauce?
Ooh, good question. Let's do a honey mustard and a barbecue.
What kind of sign? You want an apple slice or extra fries?
Can he do extra fries instead?
Anything else, buddy?
Nope, he's a healthy kid, so he wants extra fries instead.
All
right.
Anything else, buddy?
Nope, that's it.
$4, 6 one, buddy.
Thanks. Sorry, Ellie, did you want something?
Oh, too late, Dad.
All right. She don't need anything, neither do I. We already ate. But I want you to think about this. When King David, oh, I almost hit that lady. When King David was going through all these hard times with Saul, and Saul was angry at him and frustrated with him and jealous with him. Even one time he took a spear and tried to kill David right in the palace. Jonathan always stuck by his side. I mean, he was faithful as a friend. He always made it a point to show kindness. And one of the ways he showed kindness to David was to risk his own life at times. The Bible tells us a true friend is willing to lay down his life for his friend. Friends will always show kindness because a friend loveth at all times. And so we learn a lot from the life of Jonathan and how he showed kindness to David. And later on in this lesson, we're going to learn that David showed kindness back to Jonathan. Well, you'll find out how. So Jonathan was protecting David. And he asked David, he said, David, do me a favor. If I die, if something happens to me, will you continue to show kindness to my family? Will you remember my family? No matter what happens to me, will you remember my family, my kids? You see, Jonathan had a son. His son's name was, as you know, Mephibosheth. Ellie, you try to say it. What is it, Ellie?
You say it, Dad.
I try to say Phoebe. Remember, that's the nickname, Phoebe. Hey, good, how are you? Yep, just a kid's meal. Yeah, healthy kid's meal. Hey, can you do me a favor? We just want to kind of show kindness to some people today. Would you allow me to pay for the person behind me? 308. Thank you. Thank you, man. Take care, okay? Doesn't matter what's going on in life, you can always make it a point to show kindness to people. The problem is we're just lazy and we don't want to. Well, King David was not lazy. He made it a point to remember Jonathan's son.
What was your order?
I had a Happy Meal.
Happy Meal?
Yes. Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, we're at Jack's house. Let's go give him his Happy Meal. Jack, what up, buddy?
Say hi.
How are you doing? We thought we'd get you a Happy Meal today. I'm trying to stay 6 feet away, so here, you have to reach. Reach. That's a total of 6 feet. Here you go, buddy.
What do you say?
You're welcome. We sanitized our hands too, so you know. All right? And double French fries, right?
Awesome.
All right. See you guys. See you, buddy. What are we doing next, Ellie?
We are on our way to Starbucks, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes.
To get Morgan a drink and me.
Now, for you that don't know, Morgan is Ellie's cousin and also your what?
Best friend.
And I don't know why. She's okay. She'll do as a friend, but I don't know about a best friend. Tell us why she's your best friend.
I don't know. She just didn't.
All right, well, regardless, we are going to go get her Starbucks, drop it off. She don't know we're coming over. Just thought we would surprise her. What is her favorite Starbucks drink?
The dragon fruit one.
Dragon fruit
Refresher.
Refresher.
Like extra.
Which is my wife's favorite drink. If you like Starbucks, I'm sure you probably have at one time tried the dragon fruit. So here's the interesting thing. Jonathan's son actually was injured when he was 5 years old. I don't know what actually happened to him, but his legs and his feet were messed up. And so David, knowing that this was not only Jonathan's son, but a man in a position that was physically not well, wanted to do something for him. So David decides to show kindness to Phoebe. So he sent one of his servants over to his house to let him know that he is invited to a very, very special dinner. A dinner where he was going to learn some really cool things about his future.
Mephibosheth, I come in the name of the king.
Yes?
Hello, Mephibosheth.
That's not my name.
Mephibosheth.
Still not my name.
Forget it. I come with urgent news from the king, King David. He requests you for dinner.
He wants to eat me for dinner?
No, he wants you presents for dinner.
He wants me to bring presents? That's weird.
No, not Not presents. He wants you to be present at dinner. He's inviting you to come to dinner.
He wants me to come to dinner? I don't understand that.
Well, apparently your father Jonathan and King David are BFFs. Well, were BFFs till your father passed away. God rest his soul.
Wow. That's really weird. So you're telling me that the king wants me to come to dinner?
Who is it?
Mom! It's a servant from the palace! He just need a little privacy, okay? Sorry, that was my mom. It's really nice that the king would be willing to show kindness to me, invite me over for dinner as his guest, but I don't really understand why. I mean, what's the purpose? Why would he do something like that?
Apparently for your father. That's why he wants you over for dinner, because your father and the king were BFFs at one time, and that's why he wants to show you mercy. That is why you must go to dinner, so that you can receive the kindness of the king. Hope you understand that. Do you?
Yeah, of course. Of course I want to go. Can you just give me a second to get my stuff and then I'll be on my way, you know?
Yes. Bring whatever you need. You're the guest.
Just need a minute, all right? I'm almost done. I just gotta get one more thing. I promise. It's okay. We're about to go on a trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I am sorry. There is no dogs permitted in the palace unless it is an emotional support dog.
She is. She's my emotional support dogs, and that's my emotional support chicken. That's why he has to go too. So, right? Oh, it's got some dog hair in my mouth.
Okay, well, let us depart, shall we?
So do you think you could like help me with all this stuff? A lot of it, you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes, of course. Much to move there. Don't forget to close the door!
I already closed the door, Mom! Oh, I'm trying to have a good attitude, but you're making it very hard. It's not even a door, it's a curtain.
I need to get a venti dragon fruit with no pieces. Excuse me, let's make that extra pieces.
Extra pieces, okay.
So if you haven't caught on, Jonathan's passed away. He's dead. Sad thing, because this was King David's best friend. But now, King David is going to show some kindness to Mephibosheth. Phoebe. And Phoebe, as you saw just a minute ago, don't know if he actually had a dog or how it went, but was invited to go to dinner at King David's palace. And it was there that King David revealed to him his plans for him and his family. Some really cool things he wanted to do for him. He told Phoebe, he said, from now on, you're going to eat at the palace. Every night, you're going to have dinner with us, as if you were my own son. I'm going to treat you the same way. That's how much kindness King David showed to Jonathan's son, Phoebe. And that's the way we should be with everything we do. It doesn't have to be our best friend. It doesn't have to be a family member. It just needs to be people in general. That's what Jesus did. Every single day, Jesus made it a point to reach out to those around him. In Awana, we're studying the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness. All these things that we should have in our life are ways to show to people the love of God. Kindness. By the way, kindness is one of the fruits of the Spirit. Gentleness, it's another word for it.
Alright, it's going to be 14:15.
Thank you. How are y'all doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
Well, it wasn't my normal order because it's not for me.
Oh.
Yeah. We're picking up some drinks for some people, so.
Okay.
Guys, take care. All right. So, David meets with Phoebe and tells him that he's going to restore all of his grandfather's fields back to him. You see, David is now king, and so King Saul lost all of his fields. He no longer had any of his fields because he was no longer the king. But this meant for Phoebe that he would now have some money, some income. You see, the fields were important because those fields would provide food and finances for Phoebe's family, because there were wheat fields and different crops. And King David said, I'm not only going to give you these fields back that your father once had, or your grandfather once had, but I'm also going to provide for you people, servants, workers to work the fields, because I know that you're not physically able to. And that was a very important thing for him, because he was thinking, even though I get the fields, doesn't mean I'm going to be able to work the fields. So King David not only showed kindness by giving him his fields back, but also providing him with the workers he would need to get the work done in the fields. Pretty cool. All right, we are going to drop off some Starbucks to Morgan, Ellie's buddy, her BFF. She don't know we're coming over. She loves her Starbucks.
You're in a video! I'll have to cut out anything that you don't want. I told them it's like we're dropping off stuff to be nice and like show kindness for the video. You're welcome. I'm not. Bye. What? You're doing great. I love you. Bye.
The king showed kindness even though he didn't have to. And Jesus does the same for us. The fact is Jesus is the King of Kings. And he loves us more than David loved Jonathan or Jonathan's son. And King Jesus loves us so much that he gave his life for us, so that we could be a part of his family, just like Mephibosheth's opportunity to be a part of King David's family was made because King David's choice to allow him in. Jesus made a choice to allow us to be a part of his family. And that choice came only by dying on the cross for our sins. And that opportunity still stands today for anybody to experience the kindness of Jesus and to become a believer by simply asking him into your life. And so today, I want to challenge you. Go out of your way as a Christian to show people love. You can figure that out by simply, asking God, how can I show kindness today? Just like King David showed kindness to Jonathan's son. How can I do something special for people in my life? And I want to challenge you to go out of your way today to show the love of Jesus Christ and kindness to others. It makes a big difference, and I know you can do it. All right, I'm on my way back to the church, had fun, you know, spreading some love and showing some kindness, me and Ellie. But while we're on our way back, I want you to check out these letters to Leonard. So sit back and enjoy, because it's time for Letters to Leonard.
Right there. That's exactly where I want it. I love, oh, hi. I love Minecraft. It's one of my favorite games, and I was just playing it. Bradley actually sent me an email and said, what is your favorite game? Well, Bradley, it's playing Minecraft. Well, enough of that. I had a bunch of emails come in, and I want to read them to you. One was from a long time ago. His name was Andrew, I think. I can't really remember, but he asked the question, do you like to play hockey? Well, I love to play hockey. For a matter of fact, I just played hockey today, and here's my hockey club. It was a real good game, too. Anyway, now, I've got a few more emails here. It looks like, well, this one was cool. They asked me about Easter. We celebrate Easter too because we know who the Creator is and we know that Jesus is alive. Andrew said, did you get anything for Easter? Oh, Andrew German. I sure did. Let me go down here and get it. Okay. That is Easter grass. Yeah, I love it. I love to eat it. On my planet, we eat Easter grass. Yeah. All right. But you probably don't. I heard you guys eat what's inside the Easter basket. We eat what's on the bottom of the Easter basket. And I know it's probably gross to you, but man, it really is yummy to me. Whoa. Evan, let me see here. Evan, what is your favorite sport? Mine is football. Evan, I bet you're amazing at football if you play it. But me, I don't play football. I only play hockey, as you could see a minute ago. I love to play hockey. It's my game. Yeah, and sometimes the hockey stick, it gets heavy. And then, I don't know why they make them heavy like that. Neil, you asked me a question about, you asked me a question about what kind of animals are on my planet. That's a very good question. Let me show you one. No, don't bite me. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Right there. All right. There you are. Yes, these used to be on your planet a long time ago, back in the 80s. Ask your parents about them. Yeah, and now they're on my planet. And you got to be careful with them because they don't like to, well, they like to eat after 8 o'clock, but it's not good to feed them after 8. Just ask your parents. They know all about that. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Back in your, no, back in your cage. Man. All right. Okay. Anyway, they're on my planet, and I'm sure you would like them if they were back on your planet, but that time has passed. That was way back in the 80s. Anyway, Andrew asked me, Andrew German, another question. Do you brush your teeth? Of course not. I don't like to brush my teeth. I only have 2. That's probably because I don't brush my teeth. Anyway, well, Jude and Sydney and McKenna, they all asked me a really very important question. Do you have any other senses like humans, like an extra enhanced sense? Well, I do. On my planet, we're able to breathe underwater like sharks. It's crazy. And I'm sure you guys can't breathe underwater. That would be really difficult. And you might even drown. Oh, this one. Adeline Adeline's from the planet Philippines. The planet Philippines. I've never been to that planet, but she must be a long, long, long way away. She said, I'm afraid of monsters. What are you afraid of? Well, first of all, Adeline, you have to be afraid of monsters because they're not real. But I am afraid of the dark. I don't like the dark. For a matter of fact, I keep my trusty lamp on right here, right there. Oh, yeah, if that thing ever went out, boy, I would be terrified. That was very scary. Figures when I'd say that, the light would go out. Anyway, Adeline, I do get scared of the dark, but you don't have to be fearful of monsters because they're not real. Now, I tell you, we have all kinds of questions. We have questions about Easter and animals and sports and my teeth and my favorite games, but this one from Emily Messmer says, why does God still love us when we make good choices? Make good choices. No, let me think. Bad choices. When we make bad choices. Well, Emily, God loves us when we make bad choices because He's God. You see, He's not human. Humans are very mean sometimes. Aliens can be very mean sometimes too. If you were at Vacation Bible School, we have meaners I talked about on my planet. But when we make mistakes, no matter if you're an alien or a human, God still loves us because He's God and He is love. God so loved the whole world and He loves you no matter what you do. You just need to ask God to forgive you when you do make a mistake. Which brings me to a very interesting question that Lacey asked. She said, let me make sure. Yes. Let me see. Where'd that email go? Oh, there it is, Lacey. Were the animals in the Garden of Eden able to talk? That's what she says. Were they able to talk? And if not, why wasn't Eve surprised when the serpent spoke to her? Wow, that's a big, deep question. Lacey, the Bible says that serpent talks, so I guess some of them must have been able to talk, or the Bible wouldn't have said that the serpent talked. So I guess it did. I mean, parrots talk on your planet. Why can't snakes way back then talk? Anyway, I've got so many emails, but I can't get it to them all right now. So I gotta go. But be sure to send in a video of your family. Just about 60 seconds of what you've been doing and all the fun you've been having, even though you're stuck at home on Earth. And we'll show that video. Just email to the email that's on the bottom of your screen. And also, be sure to keep on sending me your questions, whether they be serious or not. Well, it's got to on. I gotta go. So take care. I gotta keep on finishing my game. All right. See you later.
It's boys versus girls. This is the battle. We brought in Dave Eberly. He's one of our FBC Kids worship leaders. This is his daughter, Hannah. She is actually my secretary during Vacation Bible School. So, you know, we don't really have to practice social distancing between these two because they actually live together, but we have taken precautions to allow him to have his own wet head hat, her own wet head hat. So, Hannah, I'm just gonna grab the hat, tilt it right there like that. Looking good, looking good. Hannah, are you nervous?
Yes. I'm so scared.
I'm cool and calm.
Dave's cool. Well, Dave don't have any hair because we just had this discussion. Hannah, tell.
I have hair. I have hair.
Hannah just told me that she thinks it's time for Dave to cut off the weeds on his head.
Yes.
So let it go. Go ahead and get your head to look like this. Dave, you don't have a lumpy head. You can do this.
But what he said. Tell him what he said.
What? You're on camera. You're on camera.
Bald and fit is good. Bald and fast.
Bald and what?
Bald and thin is good. Bald and fat is not good. That's why I can't go bald.
Dave, look, I am not that thin.
Please, if I can have half of that body.
All right. So, all right. Enough talking about
What do
my
I do?
physique. This is the way the game works. This game is available on Amazon. This is a fun game for your family to, buy. You could also get it at Walmart. Grab it real quick. It's called Wet Head. And so we thought we'd try it out on you guys today. So what you do is you have these sticks that are sticking out, and what you have to do is spin the knob or the arrow. I don't know why I said knob. And it'll say pull one pin. I call them sticks. It's a pin. Pull one pin and spin again. It'll say skip your turn, go in reverse. Pretty simple. And then after you do that, it'll go to your daughter Hannah, and she'll do the same thing. Now, here's the way it goes. If you pull the wrong pin, the water will come out the top of this and pour down on his head, and then he is the official loser. So obviously you don't know what pin it is. Let me illustrate this. We have to turn it first, and then whatever pin that he chooses to pull, that's the one he pulls.
Do I spin mine or no?
She'll spin it and then she'll pull.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, here we go.
Wow, what a gentleman.
All right, I'm gonna hold this up for you. Go ahead and spin the wheel. Or try that again,
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Hannah,
That's weak,
This is
Hannah.
the easiest part, Hannah. Oh, there we go. Pull one pin. All right, so Dave, you're gonna pull it for her. Go ahead, Dave, come on over here. Just twist it and then pull it.
Okay, you can do this.
All right. One pin from the side. No water? No water? All right, David.
Okay.
You nervous?
No.
Ooh, did you see that? Just a little flip of the
Yeah,
finger.
that's
And it is a skip. It's a skip.
Ooh.
So it's back to you, Hannah. You should try that too. Ooh, reverse.
Yes.
It's reverse.
Back to you or me?
Now, I guess if it's reverse, that means it goes.
It means like Uno, it's reverse. So
Okay.
Okay.
I agree.
Dave, we learned that.
Yellow, one pin.
One pin. All right, Hannah.
I didn't see what you did.
All you have to do is turn this as many times as you want, and then pick a pin that
I'm
you
on.
choose.
Easy, Hannah. Easy. That's my brain. Ouch. Nothing.
Nothing?
I thought it trickled. The dam is broke. Okay. That's. Is that aftershave? That's aftershave. Wait a minute. Okay. I gotta be careful. Oh! It's really coming! Whoa! Okay! Stop! Cut the film! Okay, Hannah, what'd you do? Okay, this ain't cool. This is frozen! Stop! Let's get this. My goodness, how much was in there? Get a cup. Okay, that. Wow, that's a lot of water. You're not on that.
Listen.
Okay. The crops have gotten water.
Let's bring it in.
Oh my God.
All right, so obviously Dave
this.
is the loser because I don't know how that has much water in there. It's only this little bitty cup.
Yeah, but that was a lot of water.
And it's out of the water fountain.
Should we check
so
Hannah's
really,
and see if hers worked?
Let's just for the fun of it. Obviously the guys lost this battle, but for the fun of it, we're gonna spin.
Yeah. Let Pastor pull a pin.
I'm gonna pull a pin. Are you ready, Hannah?
Come on, Hannah.
This is the lucky pin.
And
ooh, no water. Congrats. You are definitely a champ for the ladies.
Hannah, just for did you pull one just for yourself? We don't care which one. Yourself.
Yeah. Dave wants you to pull one.
Just one.
And before we say goodbye, you have to pull one. Come on, Hannah, pull it.
Straight out.
Pull it. Pull it. She is a true champ, bro.
She's amazing.
Let's hear for the ladies. They have won this battle.
Have a towel, please, and a hairdryer.